Hey everybody, thanks for joining us for another episode of the Paige Show. Today's topic is the loneliness of motherhood. Just let that set in for a second. So this topic is going to get real today, and it's coming off of a mommy meltdown kind of day, a mommy meltdown kind of week. Literally, I don't know if you guys feel this, but there are moments in motherhood where the joy is not seen. Everyone in your house is fighting each other or biting each other or drawing on things they shouldn't. I mean, just imagine a house full of 4 children, 12, 7, 5, 3, whatever your ages may be, and it's just chaos. No matter how well you think you have things under control, we have those days in parenthood, motherhood, where it just seems like the chaos is there no matter what you do. No matter how you think you're prepared for it, on any given day, you may handle it well or you may lose your shit. And so today is the day where the download of the loneliness of motherhood came in for me. And, if I hear one more person tell me, you need to enjoy them while they're little because it all goes too fast, I literally will rip my head off. I know it's coming from a good place, and it's usually coming from like grandparents who are too old and too past the stage to remember, or really the good one is when it comes from your own parents who did the same thing as you, but they're blinded with this grandchild love. My God, I can't wait to get there. I cannot wait to be in that stage where I can spoil them rotten and send them back to my kids just purposely to get my payback. Yes, that is my honest, real talk of things that I think about. And high five me over this podcast if you know what I'm saying and you just may have been too scared to say it out loud. I hear ya. I see ya. Anyway, I'm talking to the moms that understand this. If you are those all put together, calm, non-yelling moms, I really don't know how you do it. Super proud of you. This is probably not for you. But for the rest of us, if this speaks to you, stay with me. So I'm talking to the moms who understand the feelings that you just can't say out loud sometimes. The needing to say that you're okay even when you aren't. The loneliness of that. The feeling of guilt constantly that you're just must be doing something wrong or you can't be doing anything right, even on the days that you think you got it right. The crying in your closet, trying to hide from your toddler, the drinking wine at 11 a.m. Yep, don't tell me you haven't done it. Worried about everything constantly, angry about your dreams passing you by, comparing yourself, feeling in competition, not only with other mothers, despite efforts not to, it just seems to always hit you in the face. And then competition with your own personal goals and dreams. And it's just so overwhelming sometimes because the love that you have for these little beings, these little mini hearts that are walking outside of your body, the realization that you don't have control over anything that happens, over any perspective or perception that they may have of you later on, right? You have no idea what's really going on in there, but you're trying so hard because the love for this little person is just overwhelming, right? You can't deny that as a mom. And that overwhelming piece is what fuels the guilt because you're just always in competition with yourself to feel like you need to be perfect or, you're never going to be seen, right? My idea of what motherhood was going to be versus what it is and what it has turned out to be in the different stages I have experienced so far is just largely different, right? I wanted a large family because I did not come from a large family, and I wanted the future image of Thanksgivings and Christmases and all the grandbabies and being at the head of the table and just seeing all these little beings that you started life for, right? And just all the generational blessings that can come from that. And that's all I had my eye on. Yes, I was naive, right? And so people say, well, after the first or second or third, you didn't figure it out. No, I didn't, people. It took me 4 to catch on. I was a little slow, I guess, or I was drunk with love of the little 18-month-old toddler stage, and, had the next one on the way before the other one could surprise me with the next stage. But regardless, I was naive going into it, and my expectations were much different than anything that is being met at this point, and doesn't change the love, doesn't change the gratitude and being able to have these beautiful, perfect, crazy little beings, but it does still speak truth to the loneliness of motherhood, right? We all do this. We all have expectations of things that, are much different in reality sometimes. And motherhood may be the biggest shocker of them all, okay? There's lots of risks, there's lots of reward, and there has to be a bigger meaning to it all because we keep birthing these little humans, okay? So loneliness of motherhood is not a gripe session. It may sound like that. I guess it could be considered partly that, but it's really about just, what could be the bigger plan or idea or purpose behind motherhood for it to be all of those things combined. Joy and beauty, love, all of those things, but yet feel so lonely at times. As moms, we are expected to do it all, whether that's an expectation we put on ourselves or is put on us. It's really a general theme. I mean, hang out in a mom's group for a day and you will come out knowing very clear what I'm talking about. We have to go back to work after 6 weeks, right? Or you're not getting paid. You can get guilted into nursing or not nursing. You can start nursing, never start nursing, bottle feed, whatever. There's always going to be some judgment on you and no acknowledgement whatsoever that you're being judged at a very emotional time anyway, where you just, pushed another human outside of your body, right? Or C-section, a whole nother topic where you're going through a major surgery. I don't think people understand what's really happening there to remove a child from your body. And so all the while our heads are spinning and, before you know it, they're 18 and they're leaving your house. So there, boom, mic drop, the loneliness of motherhood. So you look back, if you are in that stage already, you can really confirm what I'm talking about. And you just start to feel guilty again, like it never goes away, of how much you missed because you were drenched in the loneliness of motherhood. You were drenched in the diapers and the hard days. And so you carry guilt the rest of your life of what you could have or should have done differently. And so it really never ends. It never ends. So all I can think about in these times, the purpose of it all, is to just bring us together, make us stronger and more connected as women. This is a topic that I could talk hours about and give a million examples about. And I'm not even at later stages of life. I have a 12, 7, 5, and 3-year-old. But that's its own crazy stage in itself. And Oh my Lord. It's just a time where the elders, right? Where are you, elders? You older, wise women that have made it through, right? At least made it past, like the stage I'm in. Where are you? Because this is, I think, the higher purpose in it all is for women to look around and notice the other women around them. What stage are you in that could help someone else? You know, what stage are you out of that you have survived and you could give wisdom or insight to and connect with other women? We have to stop being so separate and so private. And, you know, it's not fine, people. It's not fine when you ask somebody, especially a mom, and you see toddlers running around her feet, how she's doing, and she says, fine. It's a lie. It's a lie, okay? It is not fine. It's never fine. And so if you're past these stages, reach out to your friend who still is in toddler stage and give them a break. Let them have a day, right? Do things that could help. Help the women around you. That I feel like is the bigger purpose, that it would be something given to us so beautiful and so hard, something such as motherhood, that would, I think the bigger goal was to make us stay connected or find connection, find support. And so if you can't do that, if you can't find support, or you are afraid to, or ashamed to say some of these things out loud, just know that I hear you. And maybe some of these other things that I have done through the years could help you. I have ate a lot of ice cream. I have punched and kicked a lot of bags and people. You know, I found a physical outlet that really helped me, and I really have tried to embrace the illusion of control. If you've heard my past podcast on the illusion of control, it is probably the only thing that saves me or helps me recover from the really bad days. It is not a perfect science. Clearly, I am not there, but it is something that helps more times than not, right? And I pray a lot. I meditate a lot. I have connection to source. That is something that keeps me going. My faith, my connections there. You know, there's times where you may drink more than you've ever done. You'll go through cycles on that, right? Coffee, wine, whatever. Drink up, get yourself through the day. Moms, know that I see you and hear you, and there is no judgment. Keeping your kids safe being the main goal, if you can do that, while helping yourself to some other luxury that will keep you sane. Let's do it, right? Let's support each other instead of judge each other. And, you know, who knows what else could help you. Think about those things that speak to you. Even if it's a moment, like I said, crying in a closet, just getting it out in the middle of the day instead of waiting till the end and not having that chance to recover. But the big piece for me is connection, and something as simple as this podcast making you feel seen or heard. And another really big humorous piece, this is to all your moms, all you moms out there where, you know, your makeup is fine and your perfect little self is sitting over there all calm while your kids are not screaming and they don't look like wild animals. But you look over and you see a mom and her makeup is running and her kids are eating each other or licking the floor. Take your perfect little self over there and give her a hug. You know, give her a high five. Tell her that you see her and that, you know, you're all in it together. Despite the fact that some of us can just do it a little bit more gracefully or a little prettier than others. Either way, go over there and connect, because you just never know which moment could be the last straw for a mom who is doing everything she can to just keep it together amidst all the loneliness of motherhood. So I hope this reaches someone today who needed to hear it. I'm sure I'll be doing more podcasts or series on the loneliness of motherhood. But for now, I'll leave you with that. And until we do it again, take care of yourself.